Welcome back to Bearcat Update. Bearcat Update is sponsored by St. Francis Hospital. Joining me now is Bearcat wide receiver Bryce Young. Bryce, how are you doing this evening?
I'm doing fantastic.
All right, you guys are coming off a big win against Emporia State this past Saturday. Offense got going early once again this week. What was the key for you guys to get going early?
A big thing, like it is every week, is running the ball first, because that sets up our play action passes and all those deep balls that we have been catching lately. And that was a big thing for us, was to establish the run a little bit early and then really open up the playbook.
You talked about throwing the ball deep lately. Is a lot of that having the defense kind of suck in towards the rim with Bobby Burton and Billy Creason? Is that really helping out the long ball?
Absolutely it is. And one of the big things that we look at is how the safeties play. The play action, if they come up on it and bite just a little bit, that's all we need to get behind them in the secondary.
I know we talked about it throughout the year, but there's so many of you guys at wide receiver position that can make plays. What's it like for you having about 5 or 6 of you that in any play could make a huge play for you guys?
It's great. It allows us to have a 3-play rotation, which is something that we do. We bring in a lot of different guys, so it keeps us fresh for those long balls that we have to go and sprint 40, 60 yards on. And that takes a lot of pressure off of like starters and all of us that have been here for a while. And it's like those guys that can come in and really kind of alleviate some of the coverages that we're going to see.
And the guy throwing you the football right now, Trevor Adams, the last 2 weeks playing out of his mind almost, you could say, how accurate it's been. Because quarterbacks sometimes will miss 1 or 2 passes a game. He really hasn't missed the past 2 weeks.
No, he hasn't. We just watched the film on Saturday's game, and he didn't miss a throw. Not even by, you talk about those ones that are indefensible by the corners and stuff. He threw those balls just perfectly. And he's been doing that the past few weeks, even in practice and stuff. When we've had a few rain days and everything like that, he's just been so money. It's just been really easy to just run and stick your hands out.
And this being his senior season, you can see on the sideline, he really gathers the offense together when the defense is on the field on the long drives. A couple long drives Emporia State had this past Saturday. You kind of saw Trevor gather everybody around, keep everybody fresh. What's it like having him, who's been starting or at least playing for 3 years now?
Yeah, it's really nice. He's been a leader for a few years now, and now that's his senior year. We really look to our seniors for leadership, and to change the momentum is a big thing that we say on offense, one of our little buzz phrases. And we really rely on the seniors to do that for us, and Trevor, being the quarterback, is at the head of that.
Now this upcoming Saturday, a big game, Missouri Western. How, as a team, do you guys keep composure, so to speak? Because a lot of emotions run high in a game like this against a big rival like Missouri Western.
Right, yeah, we talked about that today in our team meeting, that it's just another step for us. It's the last step. It's to win conference outright, which is one of our goals, as it is probably every team. But that is one of our biggest goals this year, is to win conference outright and bring it back to Maryville. And that can really refocus you. It doesn't matter if we're playing Mo West, whoever we're playing this last week of the season. It's just going 1-0 this week and bringing home a conference championship.
What type of defense does Mo West kind of bring to you guys?
I think traditionally, I haven't got to look at the tape yet. We do that tomorrow. But they play a lot of 2 safety stuff for us. Is one of the things that I look at as a receiver, how they play that. Now, I'm pretty sure in the past we've got them on play action stuff too. And so I think it'll be a lot of the same things that we're seeing. I know offensively they run the ball pretty well. They got a good running back over there. So I think the thing for us is going to be just how it has been all week, all year, is just to set up the run and then set up the long, deep passes down over the middle.
Now this past Saturday, the Northwest crowd really traveled well down to Emporia State. Almost seemed 50-50 the way the crowd noise really was. And with St. Joe only about 40 minutes away, how big will it be having almost like another second home game at the end of the season?
That'll be huge. It's like you said, 40 minutes away, and playing there in the past, I'm pretty sure we have more people there than Mo West does. That visitor side is just all green with that black and gold on the other side. So that's really a big thing for us. How well our fans travel is something that's awesome. Going all the way down to Emporia like that, and the so-called biggest game in their 10 years, to have our fans probably be louder than theirs is just awesome.
And getting away from Northwest football a little bit, you're wearing red, huge Chiefs fan. They had the week off this week. Denver next week. What have you seen so far from this 9-0 Chiefs team?
Not a lot of offense, but that's fine because we're 9-0. So the defense is playing outstanding. So we're just going to keep that up, I think. And I call it every year that they're going to be Super Bowl champs. And the way we're going, we might as well just keep it going.
And people have said this is the worst 9-0 team they've ever seen. And when you look at it, you're 9-0. You can't be that bad of a team. Going against the Broncos offense, everybody knows they scored a Season low 28 points this week, which is remarkable for a low.
Yeah.
The ramifications on this team, on this game this week is huge.
Yeah, it is, absolutely. And being a Chiefs fan, you don't like the Broncos. Even when, for me personally, when Wes Welker went over there, that kind of broke my heart. He broke my heart by going to the Broncos, that I could not root for him anymore. And but, you know, it's just going to be a big game, and I'm really excited to watch.
Who's one of your favorite Chiefs players, if you could just pick one, maybe two out of everybody?
I loved, on the defensive side, I loved Eric Berry coming out of college from Tennessee. I loved him, watching him in college. So he's probably my best, or my favorite defensive player. On the offensive side, I went and watched them at their training camp and saw how Dwayne Bowe kind of presented himself, and he was kind of lazy, which was kind of weird to see. But I mean, he has the potential and has done well, but he's had the potential to just be an incredible receiver, and so I think he can just do that.
You talk about Dwayne Bowe having the potential. This year, he really hasn't got the ball thrown him that often. With this new offense, Andy Reid's brought in with Alex Smith.
Mm-hmm.
What are your thoughts on Alex Smith? I mean, you mentioned earlier, not much offense this year, but how Smith has kind of managed the game.
Right, exactly. That's what I was going to say. He's more the game manager type. But you know, I've been kind of surprised with his elusiveness coming out of the pocket. He's kind of athletic for being Alex Smith, and so he's kind of kept some plays alive. And I think one big kind of X factor on offense is old Dexter McCluster, who I mean, being a short little receiver, I love him too. So I mean, he's kind of replaced Welker in my eyes for the little guys out there.
So one last question before I let you go. If you had to make a Super Bowl prediction right now, who do you have in the game?
I have the Chiefs winning the Super Bowl against whoever.
Anybody?
Doesn't matter.
Just Chiefs all the way?
9-0 right now. Why not?
That's a very good point. All right, Bryce, thanks for joining me this week on Bearcat Update. That's all the time we have for this week. Remember to follow us on Twitter at Bearcat Update 8 and like us on Facebook. Bearcat Health and Fitness is next on Channel 8. Have a good night.
I don't have any plans. Wish that I could stay forever this young. Not afraid to close my eyes. Life's a game made for it.